Hi there, Aries. Light to you here. Welcome. We're here for you. This is your extended reading. So full moon in Sagittarius leading up into the new moon in Cancer, and I'm hearing Capricorn here for you. Let's get into it. And I'm hearing S and L. I don't know what that's alluding to. Take it as you will. Let's jump into it for you though. And I'm hearing let's jump into the cards. Okay. Oh boy. So something maybe you want to get like really involved in. You're like, that's it. This is the time, and this is how I want to do it. I'm hearing that as well. For Nuri, this is something that you've been considering or you feel like has been like really kind of like a surreal vision for you, and I'm seeing that as related to the Hierophant. I just finished a Leo reading, and actually this is your card in the major arcana Aries, the Empress, and you came through in their spread, so you might want to check everything out if you do feel guided. There could be overlap there. In addition, you may want to watch your Venus side. There could be a focus as well on that archetype for you. We've got a lot of planets here in retrograde, so it could be a focus on reviewing things related to even absolute the archetype of Venus, love, Ace of Cups coming through here for you. The very first card out, Aries. For no reason, I'm hearing you're so comfortable with something. I'm hearing in this way, you're like, yes, this is exactly what I want to call it. This is exactly how I want to experience it. I'm hearing as well. Thank you so much. So funny. In the Leo reading, a phone call came through. I picked it up, and somebody was coming up to drop something off. I said, fine, no problem. Thank you for making your way over. Now they're coming through in your reading. So for a number of you, maybe you even, I remember you picked up on something. It was like a proverbial package, maybe even like a thought that someone maybe emitted. You kind of like picked up on it, maybe even an intention. You have the Father of Wands in reverse coming through around the 6th of June for a number of you. And remember, right, readings can take sort of form and shape on in a number of ways, 6 months to even a year down the line, even, you know, a number of cycles. The Hermit here in reverse, especially with so many planets retrograde, could be a lot coming up for review, even cycles, lifetimes ago. We have Saturn here in retrograde as well. Saturn rules time and sort of the third dimension, I'm hearing sort of realm. So for a number of you, there is possibly a focus on what you feel you're actually recognizing, and it's like, oh my, I feel like we're really picking up on something that we were kind of considering in the past. We have the Strength in reverse. This is card of Leo coming through. Definitely check that reading out, Aries. I'm hearing very strongly for you. There could be really a strong focus on that reading for you. The Strength card actually came through in the same exact position for Pisces, it's Sagittarius, and in the Pisces reading as well. So you know, feel free to take it as you will. The Four of Cups coming through as well. It's in reverse right over the Strength card. In reverse, remember, there's an idea you have. It's like really exciting. For me, this is someone you know from the past. I'm hearing that as well. It's something you're just like picking up on. Now, Saturn in retrograde can bring big cycles up for review. Okay, like major, like long-term generational contracts. Four of Swords in reverse related to family as well. I'm hearing that. So now you have the Six of Wands upright with the Eight of Cups upright as well coming through, and I'm hearing here specifically that the Magician was the one card that was flipped over. Okay, so that's a card of Sagittarius for a number of you sitting at the base of the Father Wands. We definitely go in Sagittarius, or there's an activation of this energy archetype in some way. Four of Wands as well coming through. Now Aries, what I'm getting for you is that the Five of Cups as well. Something is becoming clear. There's something that you're seeing very clearly, and be it even a space. I'm hearing of on an energetic level where you're like, wow, this was having an influence. I'm hearing it in this way, like over me. Mother Pentacles, you start to realize something, and it could even be a space related to the concept of patterns. Mother Swords, even history. Nine of Wands, even family. You have the Emperor as well that leads you out. Now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You have to lead out with the Tower and the Three of Wands reverse. Wow, someone's going to make a huge with the Star. Oh, but Justice, major, the Fool, major decision, the Daughter of Cups. For a number of you, this is something that you're picking up on. Somebody perhaps in your environment has this sort of, I'm hearing this content that they want to, I'm hearing deliver to you, I'm hearing share with you. It can actually be something physical. I'm hearing tablet. I don't know what that's going to do. With the Mother of Pentacles, take it as you will. For Nuri, this is a series of even, I'm hearing contracts. I'm hearing past life contracts. I don't know. I'm hearing Solomon, take it as you will with the Mother of Pentacles. Something that perhaps you feel is even, or they feel, or that you may both kind of reflectively understand is really necessary to review. To I'm hearing enable. I'm hearing the forward sort of march of this. I'm hearing conversation. I'm hearing of the mission, the Star here, and the Daughter of Cups. Now, this is a dream for a number of you that someone has really been like building on. I'm hearing really managing the vision space of, the passion of. I'm hearing they've been manifesting this. I'm hearing in this way for you, Aries. And what it really comes down to is the space of the comfort of conversation about it. This is not for everyone. Take it as you will. General reading as well. But it's something that perhaps for a number of you, it's like someone just felt like, I don't know how to call it. What do I call it? I'm hearing that as well. Like, I have the feeling, but what do I like call the feeling? And I'm seeing someone almost going up even to the front. They're like, look, I'm like really into this space, but what will I like call it? I'm hearing out loud as. Now we have here the card of dispersion coming through. This is in the Tau Oracle. sitting right over the Ace of Cups with the Father of Wands. We then have holding together. Some of you may be dealing with a Pisces, absolutely, and that card came through in the Pisces read as well. We then have here revolution. And here, rock the boat. Rock the boat, we have opposition. This came in the Sag reading, as well as I think Pisces. Yes? Thank you. We then have here the corners of the mouth, sitting right over the Magician. The joyous. Now, I'm hearing that song by Casey and JoJo. Going crazy, 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 just thinking about you, baby. We have the conflict. And I'm hearing the culprit as well. I don't know what else I'm going to do. But for a number of you, maybe there was something where you're just like, am I going crazy? Like, what? I feel like something's building. You have the turning point, number 24. And then we have the receptive, number 2, that you lead out with. So for a number of you, and your theme is the arousing. Okay. Now, this is something that you feel possibly for a number of you, you're destined to communicate about. Like, maybe you feel like, look, this is my mission. I know that this is what it comes down to. I'm hearing it is the contract. The Justice card in reverse. I'm hearing soul contract with the Star and the Justice card. For a number of you, this is something that you started to kind of like maybe even realize like how deeply you cared for over time. And it's like, you know, this was something that maybe you knew even like was a part of you. Maybe you felt like, well, I was brought up in a certain way that made very clear for me like my values. I'm hearing this way. Now we have these sort of this emerald green color, you know, with this ruby red as well over her lips, and also the backdrop, even in the yin yang that we see illustrated on the top of this card. For a number of you, this is something that you feel so passionate about. For a number of you, I'm hearing it's a field, it's an industry, and maybe even related to beauty. I'm hearing that as well. Even I'm hearing nourishment. That actually is written on this card. Nourishment, health. For a number of you, this is related even to something that you want to create, and I'm hearing that as well. But it's a matter perhaps of something that is ultimately fulfilling. I'm hearing a matter of satisfaction for you, and it's something that has not really made sense. I'm hearing this as well for a number of you. It's something that has been kind of like almost a responsibility, as you might have felt it at times, where you felt, you know, I don't know, every time it's like this, I just feel like I gravitate to this industry. I feel like, you know, whatever it is, I just gravitate to this area also of my own life at times, where maybe it's a hobby space, and it starts to become quite clear. You're like, well, I have this hobby, but maybe it's like not just a hobby, maybe it's something that I actually am thinking of for a reason. For I'm hearing you're channeling, take it as you will, I don't know what else I'm going to do, but you have the turning point, or you feel like, you know, you have this ability, or at times, you know, it's on it's your psychic ability. I'm hearing your also your intention. Interesting. Like for a number, I'm hearing it's like you kind of start to see your passion and your emotional you know, your intuition in a whole new way. Now we have the turning point sitting right over the Eight of Wands. Now look at these two cards. Very interesting. We see this lightning bolt strike on the Eight of Wands, and we see that same sort of color palette. I'm almost seeing it as sort of related to this sort of maze-like characterization that we see illustrated on the turning point. And this is actually, it says 24, the turning point, return, the start of a new cycle, right timing, regeneration, inevitability, steady improvements. And with the Eight of Wands, we see actually break up to some sort of change, okay, a pattern. And we have the Eight of Swords, and I'm hearing breaking point here. And I'm feeling some pressure on the heart chakra, so take it as you will. I'm not sure what that's going to, but there's something possibly that you feel, you know, it's like, it's time. I want to talk about it. So thank you so much for tuning in to Aries. For a number of you, again, the energy in your environment. Thank you for tuning into you, and maybe for a number of you as well, this is something that is, as you feel it, like, eventually to be communicated about. And again, you lit out with a tower, mirroring the Eight of Wands with this card, the turning point. So for a number of you, there's something maybe that it's a matter of perspective, and you do have the Eight of Swords as well in between the two, which is a matter of perspective, given that it is related to the sword suit as well. But it's something that perhaps you've been even planning, like, but once again, yes, it's kind of like there's something maybe that you wanted to even define. It was something maybe you picked up on, you felt, but it's a matter of the shift and regeneration of your perspective. Thank you for tuning in to Aries.